where's that inflection point of having a player that is a difference maker player, but you realize that it's just not going to work out.
Everybody knows what's going on with Deshaun Watson, and a lot of speculation like, will he stay, or what's the trade market after the big Goff and Stafford trade. I think what's most interesting to me is you sit there and, when is the inflection point? So right now, David Culley and Nick Caserio are saying all the right things, which is, hey, this guy just signed a long-term contract a few months ago. He's a great player. He's a great person. He's young. He's under contract. Of course, he's a Houston Texan. But at some point, there's all these examples of, most recently Jamal Adams or Khalil Mack, Jalen Ramsey in Jacksonville last year, where you have this great player and your best of intentions are he's going to be there. He's a core guy. And then at some point you wake up, you're like, oh gosh, like it's not going to work here. Let's go get the best deal we can. Real challenge for Houston is, of course, you want to keep him, but every day that you don't trade him, and if you wake up and the day before the draft, is it Labor Day? Is it opening day? Is it when he misses a regular season? Like, when does Houston, when does Nick Caserio, and when does David Culley say, you know what, we got to trade him?
Exactly what's happening in Houston. You never want to lose a great player, that's for sure. But there does come a point that you have to move on. And if it comes to that point and you have to move on, you better get all you can for him. That's your only out. So, I mean, as a coach, it's a little different, because the future is now for coaches, So, you're worried about it right now, but sometimes, if you, the Herschel Walker deal. I mean, sometimes if you go ahead and do what you need to do, or the player's so unhappy that he's not going to play for you, that it's better to have something than nothing. That's for sure. So you gotta have a feel for the guys that are trying to work with him. I'm talking about upper management trying to talk to him, and then you've got to hopefully you have some kind of relationship with the player. Because if I have a relationship with a player and he says he's not going to play for me, we got to move on. I mean, because he's definitely not going to play. Now, if there's any kind of doubt that he's going to play, well, see what it's worth, see what he's worth, I guess, and pick your poison.